Hey folks, going to be doing another unboxing here of a Kickstarter game that just arrived today. This is called Trench Club Legacy. This is sort of a, I don't know if I want to call it a reprint of Trench Club, but it has a legacy aspect to Trench Club. A campaign you play through, you're playing through World War One, making changes to the map, unlocking new units. That type of thing. This just came in the mail today. Only Kickstarter I've ever had delivered by Amazon, so they were using the Amazon delivery services. Not packed very well at all. Was in a box that was bigger than it. No packing material in it whatsoever. Very loose. I'm actually very surprised that it came in so intact. I was expecting the box to be crushed or a tear or something of that nature. But I guess they handled it fairly well at Amazon. But this is me opening it up first. There's a little bit of a crush on the corner there. That's not the end of the world for me. All right, so we have a rule book here. It basically tells you how to play through Trench Club. This is sort of a dudes on a map game. You have different objectives. It's a team-based game, so it's going to be two sides. There are solo and cooperative rules, apparently. I did not know that. Let's see. It plays... I thought it played 2 to 5. But game preparation. There's only 4. Oh, and here we go. Germany and Austria-Hungary versus France and Great Britain. So maybe Austria-Hungary or 2 can be played as by 2 players. But anyways, rules are fairly quick. Not quick, but there's only really... Well, is this an actual... These are detailed rules. So detailed rules are about 6 pages, and then the base rules, I guess, are 4 pages. So it's not a terribly complex game. There is a ton of dice rolling, which I always like. There is that, so that it is, you're going to have that random, if you get unlucky in your dice rolls, or lucky, either way. Then we have starting the campaign. This is just for the legacy piece. So you could play this without the legacy piece, but the legacy campaign comes with a legacy deck of cards you're going to read that tells you to do different things. You're going to have a legacy board that tracks who controls which parts of Europe. You're going to unlock new units. You're going to have officers that you customize that help you out on the board. And apparently you can still play it solo as well. Then we have some... Looks like the player boards here. Yeah, there's 4 of them. I could have swore that it said 2 to 5, though. No, 1 to 4. 1 to 4. But here's a player board for each faction. Okay, they are. So one side is in, I'm guessing that's German, and the other side is in English. They are, yeah, I thought maybe each one would be in the language of that faction, which would be interesting, but probably pointless, I guess. But these are the boards to show you your units. They give you all kinds of information, such as how many hexes they can move, how many dice you roll versus their strength, if as you level them up, or rather how much damage they take, depending on how many hits they do or get hit with. And that you can level up. So there's a level up mechanic for the units where as they kill more things, they get better and better. They get to roll more dice. They also increase basically 2 hits in this game, so you want lower rolls on a D. These are D12s, I think. Lower rolls the better. The 2-hit numbers are low, and then that number increases as they get more experience. All right, kitty, sit down. All right, so those are the player boards, and we got one small punch board here of tokens. These look like they are the tokens for the units, but there are also plastic versions of these. And then there's tokens for the 2 sides, some mines. Looks like there's some sort of, I don't know if that's a wall or a trench. Maybe that's a trench. And then numbers 1 through 12. Not sure what those are for. Seems pretty standard. Then we have the legacy board here. That's this board. It is double-sided. But you're going to be stickering this board with when various things happen. So this section over here on the left, this is the shame section. So if you do something that's incredibly stupid, or you make a gamble that does not pay off at all, there might be a card that tells you have to put a sticker out here on the shame board, and then that'll mean something at the end of the campaign. And then we have a sticker sheet, a bunch of stickers for each of the factions. We have an envelope here. Envelope A, do not open until told to do so. Envelope B, same. And envelope C, same. Then we have the main board, and we'll open this up later at the end of the video. We'll just set it aside for right now. We have the breaking news A, so this is part of the legacy deck. Stop, do not open until you are ready to start the legacy campaign. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 boxes here that contain hidden units. We have a bunch of gray dice, D12s, and a bunch of green D12s. We have the units for each faction here. I'll go ahead and open one of these up, and you'll see, so here's, if I can get it to focus a little bit, you'll see there's artillery, and then there's 2 pegs on the side. So one peg tracks the experience this unit has, and the other peg tracks the damage this unit has taken. And there's also some other information. The bases are clear, and you're probably not going to be able to see it on the video that well, if this thing will even focus. But there's 2 little dots on this base that indicate basically how much it can move. But you're going to use these little, I'm going to call them beads, they slide over those pegs, and they indicate your experience and the damage the unit has taken. So it's easy way to track, and that way everything's contained to that unit, and you're not having to move around a bunch of tokens or keep track of experience off to the side. We have a couple red D12s here. We have the fortifications. These are plastic. These are kind of going to be what you fight over. These are going to be out on the board. We have a little I think this is how many dice you roll. So if you have if you've taken no damage, you roll 12 dice. Maybe. I'd have to look. 1 damage, 11, etc., etc., etc. And then there are bonuses. Oh, the red dice are to do the the additional dice for if you surround somebody or if you flank them, you get to roll additional dice. And that goes over there. We have the legacy deck here. Stop, do not open until ready to start. Problem is, this is not going to fit flush in there. We get some metal coins here as well. Always love me some metal coins. Then we have a sand timer with black sand. TC on the top. And it's running. I'd say it's probably a... Gosh, I don't know how long that's going to go. It doesn't seem like it's moving very fast. But maybe a 5-minute timer? 3-minute timer? It's got to be 5 minutes. I don't know how the legacy deck's going to fit. It's probably going to have to go in one of these wells. And I'll just have to double up components like that or something of that nature. Alright, there's all that. So that is... I'll go ahead and look on the bottom. Nothing on the bottom. Unless it's stuck to the bottom, it's not. So that is Trench Club Legacy. Let's slide this out of the way and open this map up. So it's a double-sided map. One side is, winter. And then the other side is, I guess, spring. Let's do the winter side since it's nice and cold out right now. So here's the winter side of the map. You've got small little hexes. Facing does matter, so I think to a small extent in terms of if you're surrounding somebody, and some units may get a bonus if they're attacking from behind, ambushing, so to speak. These sections here are where those fortifications are going to go that you're vying for control over. There are numbered hexes. I believe these are the starting hexes where you will randomly start. You might have a giant kitty that roams across your board. Map seems pretty well, pretty nice. You're going to lay on this, aren't you? You're going to lay on it. No, we're not going to lay. Move. All right, let's put this up. And then the opposite side is non-winter. Each battle basically is half a year, so you're sort of you play through multiple years in the campaign, and each battle, first battle I think you fight on the winter side, and then the second battle it's the summer/fall. So that's how that plays out in the different battles. You keep track. Put this back in here. We will put our legacy board down there. We'll put our stickers here. We'll put our sheets there. Our punch tokens, which I'm going to have to see if those need to be punched out or if I don't even need, since I have the miniatures, since I have the minis, if perhaps those don't need to be punched. But maybe they are used for tracking something else. I'll have to read about how all that works. Movement is also, I think this is going to be a pretty a good intro game to sort of war games as a concept for rules, because movement, you can see on the back of the rule book here, you might not be able to see. If I raise it up, you can see like moving into a meadow hex, which is normal terrain, takes 1 movement. And then if you're on a road, it's half a movement. And then if it's in a forest, it's 1.5 movements. So you're going to have to kind of keep track of your movement points, whether you're using a half movement, full movement, a movement and a half. Some things cause you to use your whole movement to move into them, to conquer a fort or to go into a river. It's your full movement turn. There is an exception at the end of your move. If you have a half movement left and you want to move into a meadow hex, which is like a normal terrain, then you can just use that half movement to move into that meadow hex. And that's how that goes. That is, let me get the lid back on here. That is Trench Club Legacy. Looking forward to playing this, getting a campaign going. Probably play a normal game first to get acclimated to the rules and see if the players are going to like it. But I think they will. It looks like you pretty much just dive right into it. It's not, you're going to start with a bunch of units on the board, and you're just going to be right from the get-go battling each other for control of the forts. You're going to unlock new units through the campaign. Nobody starts with tanks because they didn't exist at the start of the war, etc. You're going to be able to get better units, upgraded units, specialized units, and that all is going to be on that legacy board. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But anyways, that is Trench Club Legacy. Thanks for watching.